Thanks for tuning in. Ham Talk Live will be on the air shortly. Please stand by. Thanks for tuning in. Ham Talk Live will be on the air shortly. Please stand by. This episode of Ham Talk Live is brought to you by Tower Electronics. For connectors, cables, and more, call 920-435-2973 or visit pl-259.com. And by ICOM. Heard it? Worked it? Logged it. Visit www.icomamerica.com/amateur for more information about ICOM radios.
It's Ham Radio with Neil Rapp. Here we go. Welcome to Ham Talk Live. Call in, let's talk. Neil's your guy. Ham Talk Live. Here we go on Ham Talk Radio.
Good evening, everyone. It's time for Ham Talk Live, number 134, Fallout 3, with Christian K0STH, recorded live on Thursday, September 27th, 2018. I am your host, Neil Rapp, WB9VPG. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Ham Talk Live. Tonight we're joined by Christian Cudnik, K0STH, and we'll take your calls live in just a few minutes. Last week here on the show, Don Greenbaum, N1DG, was here to wrap up the Baker Island De-Expedition, and if you missed that show, you can listen anytime. Just go to hamtalklive.com or your favorite podcast app or YouTube, and you can catch it there. And we'll talk to Christian here tonight and talk a little portable operation and who knows what else. And we've got a fun call-in segment planned. So let me give you that phone number so you have it on hand and ready to go. It's 812-NET-HAM-1. 812-638-4261. So write that number down. We'll give it to you again here in a second. Have it ready to go. We're going to talk to Christian about Fallout first, and then we'll take a break and come back, and then we'll take your calls so you can call in and ask about Fallout or anything else that we end up talking about. Who knows what it'll be. But the phone number again, 812-638-4261. That spells out 812-NET-HAM-1. You can also Skype us. If you're on Skype, you can Skype into the show. We're Ham Talk Live on there, and you can tweet us at Ham Talk Live. I'll be checking that a little later on tonight, so I'll be back with the Sea Child right after this word from ICOM America right here on Ham Talk Live. Heard it? Worked it? Logged it. It's time to get the transceiver that is best suited for your lifestyle. ICOM offers a variety of high-performance and innovative products. See how you can make the most out of contest season with one of these transceivers. First, the ICOM IC7851, the competitive edge you've been looking for. Raise the bar and hear what others cannot with this flagship HF and 50 megahertz transceiver. It has reciprocal mixing dynamic range, crystal clear LO design, a spectrum scope, dual receivers, and digital voice recorder. The ICOM IC7610 is the SDR every ham wants, and just in time for contesting season. This high-performance SDR has the ability to pick out the faintest of signals, even in the presence of stronger adjacent ones. The new ICOM IC7610 is a direct sampling, software-defined radio that will change the world's definition of an SDR transceiver. Featuring RF direct sampling system, 110 dB RMDR, independent dual receiver, and dual Digicel. And then the ICOM IC7300 is changing the way entry-level HF is designed. This high-performance, innovative HF transceiver with a compact design will far exceed your expectations. With RF direct sampling, 15 discrete bandpass filters, a large 4.3-inch color touchscreen, real-time spectrum scope, and an SD memory card slot. Be sure to visit icomamerica.com/amateur for more information on ICOM radios.
You're listening to Ham Talk Live, the #1 podcast amongst the podcasts with the words ham, talk, and live in the title. Here's your host, Neil Rapp.
Welcome back to Ham Talk Live. Make sure you check out icomamerica.com/amateur for all those ICOM goodies. And we've been talking about them here before the show with Christian. And we may talk about that here in a little bit as well. But daring to come back on the show for a third time is Christian Cudnik, K0STH, originally from Baltimore, Maryland. Now a resident of St. Louis, Missouri, or New Seattle, depending on what season it is. He's a veteran broadcaster, a two-time Emmy-winning producer, a regular contributor to Amateur Radio Newsline, and the creator of the 100 Watts in a Wire podcast. My friend Christian K0, save the Harambe.
Jeez. Harambe.
Harambe.
That was my Regis. I did a Regis for you.
Oh, you did.
Who
You
was
did
it?
a Regis. Yes.
Yeah, who did it? You just start off, then you get real excited. I can't really do it. I miss Regis. But who bailed out on you this week?
Yeah. Nobody bailed out on me this week. We scheduled this weeks ahead.
I showered, I shaved, and I forgot this was not a TV show. I thought the ladies who listen and view your program would enjoy this. Sadly,
it's
we're audio guys.
I have the face for radio, so
I do too. How you been?
Well, I've been good. I've been busy. Been
You're
super
always
busy,
so
but
busy.
spent some time traveling this summer, and then the old job thing came back. It's like, they want these kids to be taught things, so you have to go back to work and teach, and trying to take care of some family stuff. So
you are
house
busy.
And
Hey, Neil, when you learn the periodic table, is that sort of like the code? I mean, once you have it, or do you have to kind of freshen up? Or do you just, you know what I'm saying? Because it seems to me like you look at that and you're like, oh, that chart, this thing, and zinc, Is it something that just stays with you, or because you do it all the time, like code?
Yeah, it's something that I use every day. And so I've got to the point where, I've got half the numbers memorized by now.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the point where I don't even look at a periodic table anymore because I just do it in my head. But that's after 25 years of doing that. So,
Do you have a favorite?
but do I have a favorite element?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, no.
What excites you to talk about? When that comes up in the next chapter, you're like, yeah, this is going to be cool. Let me show you why this is cool.
I kind of like relating it to real life stuff. So,
An example, please?
Talking about cars, like why is your battery dead? Or the other day I was talking about electron orbitals and how electrons were not evenly distributed, and it was kind of like a tire that wasn't balanced, that it just wobbles back and forth. And so I kind of like tying in everyday stuff. And that's something that comes with time, because when I got out of school, I knew nothing about that. I knew the equations, I knew the math, but I didn't really tie it to everyday life. And then, after I go through this, it's like, oh, this is chemistry.
I think it's smart because, especially at that age, these kids that you're teaching, they haven't really done much with their lives yet. They have their whole lives ahead of them. So breaking it and tying it into something else that's important. That's just good.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that you're so smart.
Well,
what else is going on with you?
Well,
see, this is what we did for 45 minutes before the show.
Exactly. That's what we were doing. Well, we were talking about radios, and in fact, I didn't tell you this part. I ordered a new antenna set up for school today.
Cool.
We're trying to find a way to get our dipoles to actually work up on the roof. The penthouse is made out of metal. And so when we tie them off from even hanging from the tower and try to bring the legs down, the metal in the roof of the penthouse and the metal walls on the side of the penthouse just mess everything up. And so today I ordered a new tripod that we're going to try to put on the roof without screwing it down, which is going to be interesting. But just to support the dipole, but get it far enough away from the building. So maybe that'll cure it. We've tried like 2 or 3 different things and all of them didn't work. So it's fine as long as the stepper works.
Yeah.
But if
that's
the stepper that goes down, I need a backup, and we've had to use the backup once or twice before. And we also have to have something for 75 meters because the stepper will handle 40, but it won't handle 75 or 80. And so we got to have something for that. So we're going to try to throw something together here in the next couple of weeks before School Club Roundup gets going and doing that. So the other thing, and here comes the segue.
Okay.
The other reason we went with this tripod idea is so that if we wanted to take our station out in the middle of nowhere and do a special event or do the Indiana QSO party or do a demonstration station, during lunch or something out front where we couldn't do it up in the ham shack, we'd have a way to do that. Which brings us to Fallout 3. It sounds like a video game. It's Fallout 3.
Yeah, all the crap we didn't get right in the first 2 editions. Try it now.
So tell us about Fallout 3. It's a chance to do what we were just talking about. Take your antenna and set it up and get out there and enjoy the weather. Tell us about it.
Yeah, man. A lot of people, and I first, it's not an original idea. Getting out and getting portable is just a great thing. I remember when I first got on HF and I put together a portable station and I put it together and I went out on field day and I got clobbered. And I love field day. I think it's a wonderful thing. It's a really important and probably the biggest special event each year, and I think Winter Field Day is really cool too. I mean, for the diehards. So for new hams, getting out there and working on field day is a blast. But I could tell right away I couldn't hold a frequency, and I was thinking, what could we do? Because I was running low power. I'm sure my antenna was not efficient, probably putting out 80, 88 or 89 watts or something, and you just couldn't compete with the big guns who were set up. You could work them, but as for holding a frequency, I had a hard time that particular weekend. And so I was thinking, what could we do? And to level the playing field somewhat, you can't completely level it, but it just kind of grew out of that, another opportunity away from field day to get out and be portable. And now we've got park programs that are really popular and successful. And I think this sort of dovetails into those things where you can get out there. If you have a portable station, great. Let's get out there before it gets ice cold. Some places are already very cold. The Pacific Northwest, they're seeing really cold temperatures in other places. So it's a chance for us to take that antenna we've been working on. And on field day, another thing about field day is that if you're part of a club, you may be the guy running code from noon to 2 o'clock, and or maybe you're getting the potato gun and boom, you're going to hang the antenna, and then you're cool for the rest of the day, but maybe you've been working on something on your own. This is one of those opportunities to kind of get out there and try some things, and then listen for a community of which you're part of, and I'm proud of that. Get out there and get on the air and listen for other people who are doing it as well. So for me, it's kind of that last hurrah before things get really cold, and I can put it on my schedule and I'll do it anytime, any band, any mode you want to work on. And there's really no rules. Just get on the air and have fun. And it's one of those deals. And as an incentive, we've got some sponsored prizes to give away. I see that does well for Hamfest. When people go to a Hamfest, they throw their ticket in the barrel, and it's an incentive to come and hang out and do some stuff. So I put together a group of prizes too, but it's not a contest. I know you like the contesting element, but this is a little bit more casual, but we can put it in a space where you schedule it in and get on when you can. So October 12th through the 14th. That's when we're going to hit it again, Neil.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of opportunities there, like you said, to get on the air yourself, try some things out, and the speaking of field day, there's one question that doesn't always work during field day. Do you know what that question is?
I would say is the frequency in use.
Yes, that's it. That is it. Is the frequency in use?
Oh man,
of course it is.
It's so exciting. Everything's so close together. It's really exciting. It's almost one of those things. If you don't, you can turn the dial. I go up and down, 20 or 40 meters during the day, and when I hit the end of the band, I'll flip it to the other one and go back down, and I'll work stations, or usually I'll pick states, and I work with my oldest daughter, and I'll start doing it with my youngest now too. I'll print out a map and kind of color in the states. So I don't go around trying to work anybody I can. I'll listen for Ohio, Indiana, and try to work the ones that I don't have just to fill up the map. So I'll turn it into a geography lesson, if you will, too.
Sure.
But I should give out the website if it's okay with you. The
Sure.
100wattsandawire.com is where you can learn more about the activity itself, and just click on the activity days page, and it'll walk you through it. And I'm still getting used to UTC time, so that Thursday night at 7 o'clock Central Time, that's actually the 12th, in UTC. So Thursday night, 7 o'clock, you can actually begin running, and just call CQ 100 watts and a wire fallout. And we've done this together. You and I did it. I don't think it was in 17, but it could have been 16. And you and I were both on the air talking to each other, and then we took calls. You remember that?
Yep. In 16, I was over at the George Rogers Clark Memorial down in my hometown, Vincennes, when National Parks on the Air was going, and did a twofer. We did the Fallout and the Napoda thing at the same time. And then last year, I think I just ran here from the house for a little bit. I think we did talk, but we didn't take a bunch of calls like I did down there in Vincennes.
Well, you also had a lot going on with your family, not to bring up your personal life,
Yep.
but your last year's been pretty rough. So,
Yep.
hopefully this year, you got some, I know you're doing some other things with the house and the sale and all that sort of stuff, but anytime you can get on, you can just tell me and we'll get on and do it again whenever's, that's the beauty of it. There's really no rules. You can just do it as you want to, and know that there's a community of people out there. And a lot of them are more inclined to chase. I found the parking and the barking, it comes some, those who aren't a little nervous to kind of park and bark and call CQ. And then there seems to be a little bit more that like to pounce. So it's cool to encourage everybody. Even if you've got a little mic fright, you can find somebody friendly in the community, or a friendly voice, or somebody that you've maybe run into on the Facebook page, that kind of thing. So it's more of a feel-good piece. And at some point, I should tell you what we're giving away. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I heard the list and on your show, and it was extremely massive. So you've got a chance to win a ton of stuff. So that'll be cool too. So yeah, hopefully you'll do that. I just realized that that's going to be a busy time on the air. We're going to have the Fallout, which leads into School Club Roundup, which is one of my busy times because we're on the air after school every single day for 5 hours, all week long, and then Jamboree on the air the next weekend. So there's going to be a lot of activity on there, so people need to get out there and get on.
There's also a worldwide flora and fauna event. I don't know if you've seen this one. They're calling it Get Your Park On. Now, there was kind of a separation between the worldwide flora and fauna and Parks on the Air, but they basically, complement each other, if you will. But it's called Get Your Park On, and it's October 14th through the 20th, so that's kind of going along as well. I just learned about that one, and I think it ties in with Earth Science Week or something like that. Look it up if you're interested in the park programs. They're long-going programs and international worldwide flora and fauna and the Parks on the Air that you mentioned before. They're just cool programs for people who like to get out and get portable, and some of those guys are the ones, and girls are the ones that are diehards that'll go out, operate in their truck in February in Wisconsin. Guys like me, or guys with a tighter schedule or younger family, we got to kind of pick our spots. We were talking a little bit before the show about just getting enough time to sit in the chair is hard right now for both of us. So scheduling things for me right now is better than just like, I think I'll drive today to X park. You know what I mean? But I support all our brothers and sisters out there doing it. It's cool to go portable.
I've found that most of my activity lately has been in the car, and I've been doing satellites, which is, a 10-minute window usually, and I do it in the car. And I bought this new antenna, and I've barely used it because I'm never home. I'm out in the car, but I go out and sit on some grid lines and get a lot of activity. So, here's a chance to get on HF. You get out in the car, get out and set up somewhere or whatever you have and get on there and make some contacts.
I think the parks folks, like the Parks on the Air program, they like this because it's like double dipping. They pass out their 100-watt IDs. It's not mandatory that you have one of those, but many are out there now. And so they exchange their park information, and they also do the 100 watts and a wire fallout or the tune-up, whichever, we're doing in that particular season. So they like to double dip too. It's kind of it helps them because they need a certain amount of contacts to make the activation official. So, having another kind of set of, in that double dip, it helps them out too.
Okay, so remind us again when it is, where to find the information, any changes from before, or is it just kind of wide open?
Well, you're really bossy, but I will give you this information yet again, Neil. It's a sure thing. Yep, go to 100wattsandawire.com. That's 100wattsandawire.com, and click the activities page, and it'll show you there, October 12th through the 14th. And again, with the UTC time, it's 0000 UTC on Friday, which is actually 7 o'clock Central Time on Thursday evening. This is what throws me off. And you end up running all the way up until 23:59 UTC, which is 1 minute before 7 p.m. Central. See, I've confused everyone. I actually can hear them turning this off right now.
And if your WWV goes out, then you can't even see what time it is. So
The world is ending, Neil. Let's not bring up the other conversation we had. Good grief. Yeah, it'll tell you everything there. You know, you can go and you can spot yourself on the Facebook group or whatever you like to do, anytime, any band. Just a simple exchange, call sign, state, 100-watt ID if you have them. If you need one, you just click the gathering page on the website. It'll be sequentially issued to you in a couple of days. And again, it's not a contest. What you do, though, if you go back to the website, you can submit your totals. And when you submit your totals, you just give your call sign and your email address and that sort of thing, and tell me the countries you've worked. You know, let us know what you worked, and then you get into the random drawing. And I'm going to take a week this time because it's growing a little bit. Each time we seem to get a little bit more. And I used to just pick the winners right away. It would be like Sunday night. Let's pick them and announce them on the show. And then I would notice that results were trickling in during the week. So this time I'm going to take a full week after the activity on the 14th, collect all the entries, and then we'll pick a winner and put them on the next week's show. But it would be cool. I don't have a minimum, but, you know, some people just put one station, and you could have worked somebody sitting there parking and barking, and that's fine. You could still win a prize, but try to work 10, you know, challenge yourself, give yourself a goal of something, you know, get a little bit more than one, I think. But that's basically it. All the information's on the website, 100wattsandawire.com.
all right. Well, we made it through the first question, and it's time for a break.
A first question.
Yeah, we got through the first point. No, we got through the first point. And it's already time for a break.
You need a longer show, man.
I guess so. I guess so. Well, we're going to take a break.
Stop talk.
Well, maybe. Well, we'll see. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about a couple of other things, and then we'll do some call-ins tonight. Hopefully you can participate in this. Got a fun little thing to do with the call-in, so we hope to hear from some of you tonight, or you can tweet in if you'd rather. It's at Ham Talk Live on Twitter, or you can call us, and we'll give you that phone number when we come back with Christian right after this word from Tower Electronics right here on Ham Talk Live.
Hey, honey, have you seen the PL259s anywhere?
No, I haven't. Come on, kids. Let's go. There's just one place to go for all of your connector needs.
Tower Electronics.
Tower Electronics.
Tower Electronics.
A giant warehouse of connectors and adapters for every occasion. Thousands to choose from in every shape, size, and color. And they have antennas, soldering supplies, cables, meters, and more. Where do you go if you want to buy a connector at a fraction of retail cost?
Tower Electronics.
Tower Electronics.
Tower Electronics.
And this weekend only, take advantage of our special liquidation sale. Buy 9 solder-type PL259s, get the 10th one for just 1 penny. They make great Christmas presents. And what better way to say I love you than with the gift of a PL259?
Tower Electronics.
Tower Electronics.
Tower Electronics.
Hi, I'm Scott Cole, KB9AMM, president of Tower Electronics. I like the company so much that I bought it.
Tower Electronics, coming to a Hamfest near you, or online at pl-259.com. And we're in the yellow pages under Amateur Radio Connectors.
My, wherever did you get that lovely PL259?
Tower Electronics, pl-259.com, or call 920-435-2973.
Do we sell PL259 connectors?
Join the conversation. Call us on voice with Skype at Ham Talk Live, or give us a call at 812-NET-HAM1. That's 812-638-4261. Now, here's more Ham Talk Live.
Let's get up above the noise floor and listen to Ham Talk Live.
Tower Electronics will be in Sweetwater, Tennessee. That's coming up on Saturday, Then they'll be in Belton, Texas, October 5th and 6th, Greenville, Tennessee, October 20th, and LaGrange, Georgia, October 27th. And they're always at pl-259.com. And Ham Talk Live is always here every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time at hamtalklive.com. And check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And thank you, Windows. You got some airtime there. We're back with Christian K0 Severely Truly Hungry.
Oh, Lord.
And we're going to talk about the net a little bit and talk about the prizes. Give us the quick rundown of the
Yeah, I got to give you a quick
prizes.
rundown because in the break, y'all, he told me just say yes or no from now on or you can't come back. You can't come back on,
right.
boy. He said just like that. All right, so we're going to give away LDG is a new sponsor of our show. They're going to give away one of their Ballons. I didn't even know they were in the Ballon and Unin type of game, but they're going to give away a 4-to-1 Unin and a 4-to-1 voltage Ballon. CQ Magazine just donated 3 years of digital subscription for the Fallout. Chameleon Antenna is going to give away their the Cha MCOM 3. It's a portable antenna, which is awesome and expensive. Bioenno Power 20 amp hour battery and charger. We're also going to give away a foldable solar panel. I'm going to give those as two separate things, I think. MFJ is going to give away this big stick. It's this antenna, like a vertical and a tripod. It's the MFJ 2286 and the 1918EX. Radio Waves, our friend Emmett's going to give away a 40-meter double bazooka. Everybody loves a double bazooka or a coaxial dipole. And Power Film Solar is going to give away a ham radio bundle, a 30-watt foldable panel that you can kind of take in your backpack with you with the Anderson power pole connection. So this is sort of the biggest prize list. So I'm hoping, and you look at the prizes and you see, wow, this is very much a portable. You know, apart from the magazine subscription, which is actually portable too. You take it on your computer and read it or whatever. It's a very portable based set of gear that you can win there. I should say also, you know, if you don't have a portable station put together, and I get it, man. We all don't have that kind of the money or the time or whatever it is to always put together a second station. You can work the Fallout from the comfort of your own shack. You can run any amount of power that you want, anytime, any band, all that. Do it from inside your house, whenever. It's all fine. Everybody's welcome.
Okay, there you go. So the 100 watts in a wire Fallout 3 coming up soon. And let's talk just a couple of minutes about the net. I know you've got the net back up in full force, and that's kind of been a thing that's come and gone with time constraints and that kind of thing. And you had me as a guest on the net a few weeks ago. So talk a little bit about the net here, and then we're going to take some calls.
All right. On Sunday evening, 7 o'clock Central Time, so that's 0000 UTC, we get on 40 meters. It's been a 40-meter net. We've had issues in the past with consistency, so I push it out there, and we'll do it for a while, and it'll run great, and then something will come up, and it's like, oh, Thursday's just tough. And I'm finding that on Sundays we can get second, third shift operators who didn't get a chance to check in when we were doing it on Thursday. They can come. And every once in a while I'll invite a guest like Neil, and we'll probably have old Don Wilbanks stop by one, and we just take calls. It's a casual net. And we can spread the calls out, get people checked in, encourage people to get on and test things out. So Sunday night, 7 o'clock Central Time on 40, usually 71, 92 ballpark, just to keep it in that area there so more people can join us there. So it's fun. We'll be on the air right after the Fallout, too. So once the Fallout is over, we'll go right into our net and kind of wrap it up. It's casual. What we do is we take and put myself usually here in the middle of America. So you've got me in the heartland, and then we'll have a station in Maine. We'll have a station in Maine, and then we'll have a station in the Pacific Northwest. So we're kind of covering the map of the U.S., and we'll run for 10 or 15 minutes each operator, and then we'll pass it off. That way, if propagation is just, strange, which it is, we have a better chance of casting a broader net. It's just crazy. We're in the toilet. Let's be honest. This is kind of the bottom. Have we hit the bottom yet? I mean, I think we're at the bottom, right?
We're pretty close. Yeah.
We've been spinning around the bowl here for a while. But yeah, I think we're headed down. It's got to be the bottom. But Sunday nights, check out the net. Sometimes we'll have special guests and change up the format a little bit. Very casual net. Not that we don't do it for the numbers, although we do fine with people checking in. We want to see what's going on, how people are doing, especially when the floods went through, trying to make contacts and seeing what's going on with the people. So that's our net. Everybody's welcome to join us there, too. It doesn't have to be 100 watts. If you run it, cool. We'll call for low-power stations, but you can run 1,500 watts. It's all fine. Everybody's welcome with everything.
Okay, there you go. So don't forget about that. And it's time for your calls. So if you have a question or comment for Christian, give us a call right now. That's Christian K0, Squeeze the Hamster. 812-NET-HAM1, 812-638-4261. That's the phone number. Or if you're on Skype and you want to give us a Skype call, you can give us a Skype call. We're Ham Talk Live on there, or you can tweet us at Ham Talk Live. Now, I said we had a fun call in idea tonight, and I've kind of been giving part of it away, but last night, Christian, some of our colleagues from Amateur Radio Newsline like to get on Facebook Messenger and chat it up.
Yes, indeed they do. I can't keep up with that chat.
And so last night, the topic was pick your favorite phonetics for Christian's call sign.
Oh, no. Well, this could be fun.
So you've heard a couple of these.
Most of these people don't like me, Neil.
So
you know that, right? Did you read through these?
Yeah. I read through these. I haven't read through the ones that people can call in with right now at 812-638-4261, 812-NET-HAM1. So if you've got some phonetics for K0STH, it's a call sign that just, with that T in the middle, it's just so easy. I mean, you've used Stairway to Heaven, you've used Shake the House.
Sweeter Than Honey is my favorite, especially for the ladies.
So there's all these great phonetics. So call in, ask a question about Fallout, or call in with your phonetics.
Squeeze the hamster, Neil?
Like Squeeze the Hamster. Like K0, Smell the Hamper.
I may have to call an attorney. I need help. Where's my crew?
Sadly taken hostage.
Nice.
K0, Skiing to Hell.
Oh, see, I told you these people. These people don't like me over there.
K0, Salt the Ham.
Salt the Ham. All these have a lot of innuendo. I know these people. And, yeah.
K0, Shrapnel That Hurts. K0, Spurious Transmission Hero.
Okay. Spurious.
There's more.
Word. Oh.
There's more, but we want yours.
Commercial break.
Yep. We want yours. So 812-638-4261. Give us a call if you want to talk about Fallout or the 100 watts and wire net, or ask Christian about ballet, or come up with some phonetics for K0STH.
We're taking calls in our
right
draws.
now. We're taking calls right now. We got to get the right now in there,
That's your trademark.
That's the trademark. It's the go-to.
That's a trade. Can't be inside now. We gotta tell them, like, when you are the anchor for Amateur Radio Newsline on that particular episode, when he kicks it off and he says right now,
Amateur Radio Newsline coming your way right now.
Right.
That's it.
That's it. And everybody else is just pales. I thought about doing like right now.
Yeah, that would work.
But it doesn't really, because it just
No, that would work.
You mentioned ballet. Are you coming around to it? It's probably my favorite art form. I love music, but I married a professional ballet dancer, and I learned the history of it. And it's like moving sculpture, man. It's crazy. I need to take you to the ballet.
I admit I'm not into ballet, so
you're not into it.
Oh, I don't know anything about it. I just knew I knew you were.
Okay, well, I offered you a ticket to the ballet.
Well, maybe I need to go then. All right, we've got a call, so let's see who we've got here on the line, and then we've actually got some tweets too. So, welcome to Ham Talk Live. Who is this?
Good evening, guys. It's Don, KB2YSI.
Hey, Don. Good to hear you.
Good to hear you guys again. Sorry, I don't have any phonetics. Way too short notice on that one.
Thank you.
I'll spare you. The only thing I want to know was, Christian, have you given thoughts to getting on the satellites? I saw your tweet at one point, and then you went dark.
I did. Life got in the way, and I am really interested in it. And I looked up, and I actually contacted Arrow. I was curious when Neil said he took his antenna, or he just bought an antenna, which one he got, because I looked at the Arrow line and I didn't know anything about it. And, so I'm pricing it. I'm kind of budgeting to see that, I kind of need to get the things together and my HT and make sure I've got everything that I need. I'm really interested in it, but I did pull back only because I wasn't ready to pop on that antenna quite yet. And I was doing some more research. So I am interested, though, and I've done an interview with oh gosh, I forgot the guy's call sign, and I think he's in Dallas, Texas, and he worked like all the, grid squares, and it was back in the early days of 100. But I am interested. Are you out there working them too?
I am. I'm actually standing outside right now, listening to AO92 come over.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that something you've worked on?
Yeah, I've talked to Don on 92 and 91 a few times.
Okay. It's really fascinating to me. I don't understand quite the technology of it yet, but I'm really interested in it. And, everybody was going out into the parking lots, and I think I watched a demonstration in Xenia, or maybe it was in Dayton, the last year of Dayton. And it's really impressive. It is really cool.
Well,
Soon.
I hope give it a shot. I started just after last, what would it be, 2017's Dayton, and most fun I've had on ham radio since I was first licensed back in the late 90s.
I think it's challenging too. You gotta be pointing at the sky in the right way. You might have to, change frequencies on your HT and that kind of stuff. So it is, and you got like a window that you're working in that you have to catch it. So that's exciting. I think it is exciting. Appreciate that.
All right. Well, I hope to catch you on the air at some point. I'll let you go, and hopefully the tweets will give you some better phonetics than what I can come up with.
Yeah, no pressure. No pressure. Thanks, Don.
All right, Don. Say hi to everybody on 92 for me, and I'll be on from Echo Mike 79 this weekend.
All right, 7-3, guys.
7-3. All right, take care, Don. 812-638-4261 is the phone number, and Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT, is tweeted in with a question and some phonetics. So we'll take the question first. When you park and bark, what's the one kind of operator you hope won't answer your call?
The one that's saying, we got a net starting here, in about 25 minutes. And we've been here since 1968. And I appreciate it if you move down just a few kcs in about 25 minutes, okay? Meanwhile, you're in a QSO, and they're running 1,500 watts. But probably that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that happen with my kids, especially on 40. They'll, and they don't know what's going on. They're just starting out. They're basically reading from a script, trying to learn things, and then all of a sudden, that exact conversation happens, and they don't know what to say. They don't know what to do.
It kind of jolts you a little bit because you feel like, and in the early days, you don't know if it's a rule, it's a law. What is it? Did I do something wrong? How do I answer this? Do I have the right to be here? You know what I mean? It's one of those little things in our great hobby and service that it could put a lot of people off, and it is intimidating. But that far out to say 25 minutes from now, we're going to have yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but we let them. We say, okay, that they're going to meet here. We'll find someplace else. We'll go, up until a few minutes before, and then we'll hand it over to them and go somewhere else. But there's that awkward silence of, trying to explain that.
Right. You want to be a good neighbor.
Yeah.
You want to move aside, be a good, friendly person, and go, because I would gladly move. It's just, do you have enough tact to ask? And then when they do it, I think a person who QRMs a child or, a student, but most of the time in our, this hobby, we hear people love to make the contacts with the kids. They're encouraging. We beat each other over the head sometimes, not us, but, hams can be rough on adults, but we all seem to gravitate to supporting the kids. So when you hear a kid, and I know your situation that you had because we talked about it before, they know that they're talking to a high school kid and a person that's not really seasoned in how to deal with a lot of things. And I can imagine you trying to grab the headset and get in the chair to send back a little message on their behalf. But generally, people are very kind to children and very supportive to the next generation. And if not, you're probably in the wrong. You're just wrong.
All right. So she says it's K0. We'll try these on. We've got 3 here. K0 snort the holy water.
Oh, does that work? Yeah, I guess it does.
K0 slug the hedgehog.
Uh-huh.
And K0 submitting to hallucinations.
That's kind of cool. That's cool. Yeah, she's a weird bird. I like her very much. She's very talented, but that is one weird lady.
Let's see. What else? What else did we get here last night? And this was like Paul and Karen and Kevin last night here. K0 stinky toe hosiery.
See, that's disgusting. That's all I can say about that.
K0 sounding trumpet horns.
Okay.
Okay. Now we have a call coming in from beautiful Bloomington, Indiana, or maybe on his way back from watching a movie for the second time in 2 days. It's Carl, KD9HQT. Good evening, Carl.
Hey, Neil. How you doing?
All right.
Great.
Hey, Carl.
I was actually listening to you, and I just got out of the movie theater. So, and I heard Kristen's call. So here's something I came up with. It's K0 Sweet Taste Horrible. Or K0 Sugar Bites Taste Horrible. Yeah, so I just thought about jumping in. So.
It's okay, Carl.
Okay. Did you enjoy the movie the second time around?
Yes, I did.
That must be a good movie to watch it 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
So on behalf of like the thousands of people listening right now, what are you guys talking about? What movie is this?
Go ahead, Carl.
Called My Hero Academia. New Hero.
Oh. All right.
And he ran up to Indy to watch it in IMAX. So
interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll write that down.
Well, there we go.
Thanks for those phonetics.
Yeah, it wasn't an IMAX, but it would be kind of funny to figure out what phenomenon the IMAX would be. But I just watched it in just like your average screen. But you know, we're just watching the movie with like people who are like fans of the series and all that.
All right, Carl. Well, thanks for calling in. Thanks for the phonetics, and have a safe trip the rest of the way back.
All right, Neil. All right, Neil.
All right,
So,
7-3.
Just to confirm, was the stinky toe hose thing, was that Paul Brown?
That may have been.
Oh,
It may have been Karen, though. It was one of the two.
that is just, you know,
Yeah.
that's nasty. That's just nasty. It's nasty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Whoever
there you
that
go.
was. that's
Okay,
nasty.
so
Okay.
should we like do a contest and give away like an ICOM 7610 for whoever comes up with the best?
Well, I hear that you
phonetics?
are now, sponsored by ICOM. Congratulations, by the way. I think that's wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
And if you have that 7610, I say let's do it, Neil. Let's give it
You
away.
no wait, you were going to buy one to give away, right?
Huh?
I thought you were going to buy one to give away tonight.
Look, I thought this was a television show. I dressed up for this. I dressed up. I shaved. At last, it's audio. Now I'm giving away a 7610. Why don't you give away the 7300? You got that one too, right?
Well, no, that's at school. I can't give away that
Okay.
one. I thought you were buying the prize.
Right. I'm still buying mine. Mine's here, but I'm still buying it. Maybe you need to listen more when we talk, and I pour my heart out to you. I also asked you for some money to help me pay for this.
Yeah. Now, you've been on my show 3 times now.
Right.
And how many times have I been on?
0. So
okay, we got another call here.
Let's
Let's see who we've got here. Looks like we have John.
Hey, John.
Hey, John. Hey, guys. Hey, it's John Amadeo, AA6JA Studio City.
Oh, that John.
And,
Hi, John.
I'm calling in. I want to be considered to win that 7610.
There we go.
Sure you have it.
Well, you can never have too many.
Man, you got it. This is star power right here. Are you
I'm
excited,
telling you.
John? Tell him who you are. Tell him, Neil. Who is this guy?
Oh, I'm just an anonymous ham enjoying my 2 favorite ham podcasters on the air at the same time.
Isn't
How
that
often
cool?
does that happen?
It is cool. I haven't heard you for a while. You been doing okay?
Yeah, busy.
Yeah, I know you are.
He's been just a little bit busy, I think.
A little bit busy getting
Yeah.
last
Got a show coming out tomorrow.
It's coming out tomorrow night. I could actually, I'm not usually allowed to talk about any of this because on the radio, of course,
No one's listening.
no one's listening. No, I'm sure there's thousands and thousands of people listening. 8:00 tomorrow night on Fox, 7 Central, and it's coming back. It took a long time. That's why I haven't been on the air. I've been underground for a while, trying to rebuild all the things we destroyed and rebuy all the things we sold at pennies on the dollar. And
Right.
we're ready to do it, and it's coming on. And thank goodness, because we have to make money to buy more ham radio stuff.
Exactly.
Is it exciting on the lot right now, John?
Oh, it's a buzz. We've been shooting for a couple of months. We're finishing our 6th episode on Tuesday night. And, of course, we air our first episode of the 7th season. That's so weird to say, 7th season, on Friday, tomorrow night. And we're just waiting. It's like we're waiting and watching the ratings, because that's really all that matters, I guess, at this point.
Well, I know Neil would love to have you on his show, I can just say. And you're welcome to come on 100 Watts and a Wire anytime. When you're ready.
Well, I hope I have something to talk about.
Well, I want to see what you're doing up there on the roof. I know the propagation's so bad, and you got like a tin roof up there. It's pretty cool to find out what you're doing that works.
Yeah, it's killing. Well, it's killing it. I know everyone's having the same trouble. It's not us. It's like we made a lot of hams and got them all excited, and then they get on the air and they're like, "Well, I don't hear anything except static." We went on the air Tuesday, and I said on our Facebook page, it was like listening to bacon frying in a pan, because that's what it sounds like right now. So we'll probably do some kind of digital work before long, just to have some contacts. The fans do like to talk to us, just like, Christian, you have your net, and I know the fans want to talk to you, and it gets frustrating if people can't get through. So we're trying to resort to whatever routes we have to get in and say hi, and whether that's HF, which we of course enjoy so much, and or if we have to resort to the digital modes, we'll do whatever we have to do.
Well, I know this whole ham radio community is so excited. I mean, there's a buzz in the community as well to have the show back on, and I hope Fox treats you well and that you can run a long, long time.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. We hope to be on for a while to bring good, family content to television, and a little tiny bit of ham radio to the world.
Right.
So hopefully you guys will tune in. Anyway, I don't want to take up the rest of your slot, but it's rare that I hear the two of you on the radio or on the air at the same time, and I just wanted to say hi.
Well, John,
let's do a three-way show. How about that?
Oh yeah. We're glad that you've called in, and congratulations on getting Last Man Standing back on the air, and the KA6LMS station back on the air, and even though it may sound like a frying pan, we're glad you're back, and so congratulations, and thanks for keeping us informed on all of that. I know you're good about posting everything on Facebook, and we copied over on Twitter and everything, and did some of that tonight, so we appreciate you keeping us informed, and maybe we can talk to some of your crew out there too, that you've got a whole team of hams out there now.
I got a bunch. I lost a few because people had to make a living, so they did have to move on a bit, and I'm trying to get a few new ones, but I'm sure that we will, because there are people interested. But you guys are like 20 over here on Spreaker, so I'm really excited about it. I'm not used to having this kind of contact anymore.
Yeah, fiber optics works amazingly well.
Absolutely. Well, we have to think about that. But anyway, I don't want to get in people telling me it's not real ham radio, but it's all about communicating. So I'll let you guys go back to your thing. Thanks for taking my call. I appreciate it. And I'll be listening, and hopefully you guys will be watching.
Oh, we
Definitely.
will.
73, John.
73, John. Thanks for calling.
All right. Talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. John Amadeo in N6JA, the producer of Last Man Standing, coming to Fox tomorrow night, 7 Central. Check your local listings.
It's good just knowing that he's there. I know this show doesn't put out so much ham radio stuff, and they give him a hard time sometimes about that, because it's not all ham radio. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. But having him there actually makes it so. It's there. It's there. His station's there, QSL cards on the wall, and it's because of John. So it's a great thing. He's kind of getting it there, and it's in Hollywood. It's great.
Yeah, it is. It's great, and so glad that he called in, because I was just getting ready to shut things down for the night, but we caught John. I saw the name John come up on the screen. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. That's that John. So
you thought it was the John you owe money to.
I didn't. Yeah, exactly. Or maybe it was the robocaller John. I don't know, but Oh, it's
Hey,
great
Neil,
to
thanks
hear
for
from
this,
you.
man. I know we're pushing up on your limits here, but thank you for this. And I like your extended version. You got a little bit more time.
Yeah,
so that's
we
good.
ran a little over tonight, but that's all right.
Uh-oh.
We didn't go too far. We're about 15 minutes over. We can deal with that. I think we had some entertainment there. So before we go,
Yep.
do you have a favorite out of the phonetics?
Of what was offered?
Yeah.
No. No. I mean, there was a couple interesting ones, but the one really weirded me out with the stinky toe hose thing. That's
Yeah.
too real. Is real, and I got a story. I just can't get into it. But maybe on my show next episode I'll get into it. But yeah, you got to find out who came up with that one, and then don't be their friend on Facebook anymore. Tell me, and because that's nasty, but it's real. It's really real and nasty. I like that. I like the creativity, and I don't like when we get busted on the air when we try to be playful with our phonetics. Of course, in an emergency, we would do the proper phonetics, but let people have fun when they're on the air. Let them come up with fun things. Phonetics are fun, just not during emergencies. Remember that.
Right. Exactly. All right, Christian. Well, we're going to finish things up. So when am I on your show?
We'll work it out. I promise. We will
Okay.
work it out. We will have fun.
All right.
And we will do it.
We'll get
Yeah.
it figured out. All right.
Go
Well,
ahead, we'll go back.
that is a wrap for this week's edition of Ham Talk Live. Thanks to Christian Cudnik, K0, serve the horseradish. And everybody out there in cyberspace for listening and calling in. Invite you back next Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, for all of our upcoming guests. You can find those at hamtalklive.com. So this is Neil Rapp, WB9VPG, saying 7375, and may the good DX be yours.